Burritos!
Oh my god.
I know, right?
Wow.
This plant is fucking gorgeous. How could this perfect specimen ever be any more beautiful than it already is?
Oh, thank you.
But the reality is, this plant has had better days. And currently, it's actually not looking its best. But hey, that's okay, cause lads and ladies, I'm Smitty K.
And I'm Sky.
Yabonton Shark here.
And today, this bitch is gonna get a makeover.
First, we gotta chop a good length off of each of these branches so that they're not still hanging over the edge of the pot. I was gonna say to leave 5 or 6 leaves on each of the branches, but none of the leaves are anywhere near the base of the plant. So yeah, it's looking like it might be kind of bare bones down here. I don't know. I mean, there's a little bit of growth, but honestly, looking at it now, this seems like more of a harvest than a makeover. But we're gonna make the most of it, you know? This is gonna be okay. We're still gonna make the original pot look better though, by cleaning up the stuff and or just adding some cactus mix on top of the stuff. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna chop the tips off of each of these branches because that is the part that we're gonna put into the next container. We want to expose about 1 inch of bare branch at the base of each of these. That way we have something to nestle into the soil that will send out roots, you know, for later. And I know what you're thinking.
Smitty, Sky, what the f are you gonna do with all of these branches? Oh my god.
Fucking chill.
Jesus. We might do something experimental with all these branches because it does feel kind of wasteful to just, you know, get rid of them all. Let us know in the comments though if that's something that you're into because we already got a lot of burritos. It's bad. Now it's time to prepare the container for all the tips that we chopped off earlier. We got this cool looking cone-shaped basket at Home Depot a few years ago.
Wasn't that full of plants when you bought it?
Yeah, don't worry about that though. Anyways, it's a draining container, and we're gonna pack it with some cactus mix. It's worth noting that this cactus mix is bone dry, and we'll explain why that's important later. Right now, you need to focus.
Yeah, focus.
Pay attention. Now it's time to nestle each of the new little tips into the bone dry cactus mix. We're gonna use our magical paintbrushes to prepare a path for each of the stems and nestle them into the soil right up to the base of the leaves.
Oh my god, this is taking forever. Really guys, cut this part out, Jesus.
And yeah, that concludes the process of the makeover that in reality turned out to be more of a harvest, perhaps. But we still need to have a talk.
About care plans.
It's the Holy Trinity of Houseplant hospitality.
Thanks, Pug-O-Melon. As we mentioned earlier, the cactus mix that we added to this container full of burrito babies was bone dry. And it's gonna need to stay that way for the next several weeks, probably about a month, because right now, none of these burrito babies have roots on them. We just chopped that shit off, like just now.
Pay attention. Oh my god.
But in a few weeks, once the leaves start to get wrinkly, we'll go ahead and give them a good watering because wrinkly leaves means that roots are forming down under. Until then, we're gonna back off a little bit on the light. We're still gonna make sure that they get enough light to help the photosynthesis of a root system, but no direct sunlight until after their first watering. After that though, we're gonna need to be very careful to ensure that the light levels stay consistent because with burritos, inconsistent lighting leads to long stretches of branch with no leaves, as we saw earlier. Also, once these have established a good healthy root system, they're going to start growing upward. And in a few weeks, once these have all established a root system and once they've started to grow upwards away from the soil, in order to ensure that they branch out and look more full, we're gonna chop off each of the tips.
Just the tips though.
And as for this one, we're gonna keep it under the same lighting that it's been under for the last several weeks, but we're gonna start watering it a lot more sparingly until it's got, you know, some growth back. To continue to water it at the rate that we were before would be to overwater it because where the f is it gonna keep the water? We just straight up chopped off all the leaves, you know? And yeah, hopefully it looks as luscious as it did several months ago. Or even as luscious as it did like 25 minutes ago. I mean, you know, we'll see.
Are you sure, Smitty?
Also, don't let us forget, if you want to see us do some kind of an experimental, you know, plant structure with this freaky crate of branches, let us know in the comments. If not though, that's totally cool because we got a lot of burritos. Like, it's bad, and as sad as it is to, you know, not do anything cool with these branches, that's probably okay because it's a problem. Like, what the f are we supposed to do with all these burritos? They're everywhere.
It's like the Taco Bell dollar menu.
We have the bathroom burrito. There's burritos in the bathroom.
Explosive burritos.
Oh, they're just regular. Just, you know. Anyways, listen. Do you like bad graffiti,
Worst jokes, wacky macrame,
and pretty good advice about how to take care of your houseplants? Well then, f***ing subscribe!
Please subscribe.
Subscribe!
Be
Oh my
nice.
god, turn on channel notifications too.
Please subscribe. That'd be great.
Anyways,
Smitty and Sky out.